Okay, let's do this. This is a continuation of my previous video on getting the Amiga Forever version 2008 stuff running under WinUAE. In the last video, I used the folders from the Amiga Forever Workbench 3.1 setup that they supplied. They're folders full of files. Not exactly the most elegant way to do it. We're going to set this up more like a real Amiga system. So just as a quick reminder, you see where it's using folders instead of actual hard drive images. We're going to make some hard drive images to replace these folders. First thing we need to do, though, is to find out how big they should be. So let's take a look in here. System should be, all right, 28 gigs. System. Maybe. No, about 9. Let's call it, 10 would be pushing it. Let's call it 10. We're not going to be doing anything. I'm assuming we're not going to be doing anything with these drives. Just a matter of, oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nostalgic? Screw it and move on to a more advanced workbench. So 10 is good enough for this one. And how big is the work? 23. Oh, it's 24 now. All right, 10 and 25. Let's call it 10 and 25. Let's call it 10 and 25. 10 and 25. Okay. So let's bring up WinUAE. Quick start. I'm going to set up a standard Amiga 1200 set configuration. 10 and 20. No, I forgot already. 10 and what? $10 and 33.
The
All right,
time is 5
standard
o'clock
Amiga 1200.
PM.
In the floppy drive, I'm going to load up a 3.1 workbench. Quick check just to be sure everything's cool so far. Wait. Let's crank the speed up and turn on the floppy drive sounds because I like them. Okay, is everything cool so far? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Over here in the CD and hard drive section, add a hard file. We're going to make a new one. 10 megs, huh? Let's make it 11 just to be safe. 11 megs. Create. I'll put it on the desktop for now. Let's call it system. And the device is going to be DH0. Read write, bootable, bind. Okay. Second drive, add a hard file. 33, let's push it, let's call it 34 megs. Not bootable. Device is going to be DH1. Create. We'll call it work. Save. Okay. So, we now have a DH0 that's 11 megs. Named system. We have a DH1 that's 34 megs called work. Let's boot up the system. I'm doing this one step at a time. Yes, of course, I could combine some of these steps, but there's no rush, right? There they are. Click, right click, format it. Let's give it a proper name of system. Trash can, yes. Best file system, yes. Quick format. Here's our DH1. Format it. 34 gigs, that's right. Let's call it work. Trash can, yes. Fast file system, okay. Quick format. Okay, here comes the fun. I'm going to temporarily add a directory or archive. Device name. XXS. That stands for system. We'll call it XXS. This will be the old Amiga Forever system folder. Okay. Add a directory or archive. XXW. That stands for work. XXW. Select directory. Amiga Forever work. Okay. Okay. Reset the system. I expect to see 4 drives. There they are. The old ones and the new ones. Now comes the fun. Workbench 3.1. System. Shell. Copy. XXS to DH0 colon all clone. Wow, a lot of files there. Copy XXW colon to DH1 colon all clone. We're copying the contents of those folders onto actual hard drive partitions, quote unquote hard drive partitions. Yeah, I could have made a hard drive and low-level formatted it and partitioned it into 2, but this is easier. I suppose if I wanted to play old school, that's what I should have done. Made a real, quote unquote, real Amiga hard drive, and then use HD Toolbox, to set up this, that, and the other thing, and partition it, and blah 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 blah. No. This is good enough. This is good enough. This works just as well, and it's a lot faster. Wow, there's a lot of files there. I'm glad to get all those itty bitty files off of my system drive. We're getting there. Okay, F12 and quit. Time to do a dry run. A dress rehearsal, whatever you want to call it. Time to do a dress rehearsal. Amiga. Amiga Forever configuration. Load. Hard drives. Toss this, remove this folder. Remove this folder. Add a hard file. I think I put them on the workbench here. System. Device DH0. Read, write, bootable, that's fine. Add a hard file. This is our dress rehearsal. Work. DH1. Read, write, not bootable. Okay, we now have substituted 2 actual hard files. If this works, we'll make it real. It does work. F12. Quit. Okay, let's see now. Hard drives, Amiga Forever. Get rid of these 2 folders. Move in our 2 hard drive files. WinUAE. Amiga Forever. Configuration, load. Hard drive files. Remove that. Remove that. Add hard file. No, they're not on the desktop. They're in Games, Amiga, WinUAE, hard drives, Amiga Forever, System. DH0, read, write, bootable, that's good. Okay. Add hard file. The work. Drive. Okay. Read, write, not bootable. Okay. Let's be sure it works. It does. F12. Configuration. Amiga Forever. Good. Save it. That should work. Oh, did it again. F12. Quit. That should work. Let's do it for real now. WinUAE. Amiga Forever. Click, click. Yep, it's all good. Thank you very much.